All right, you issued a challenge to your team after the game on Thursday. How do you feel like they've responded since?
Good. We had a very spirited practice today. It was really, really good. I like the way that we came in prepared and how we communicated, and film session was excellent as well. So it's great to come back, especially after a loss and an off day, to come in as energetic and prepared as they were.
Are there any things from the last couple of fourth quarters in terms of patterns that you feel like the team can maybe improve in those late game situations?
Yeah, I just think the execution, and when we get stops, we just can't turn it over. But today was just about us. I think with the games coming up, you lose a little bit of yourself, just getting ready for the next game and the next game. So the more opportunities that we have to practice like this, like we had today, to address not only the good things that we're doing, but the things we need to improve on, the better.
How do you kind of balance that communication? It's like you said, there's still so much you need to install. You've only had your whole team together for such a short period of time, with knowing that there's such a quick turnaround. You have to do so much scouting too.
No, it's a lot, but it's part of it. What I liked is, the ownership that they took, and how they came in with a great mindset to get ready for our next one.
And then offensively, just is there anything that you're seeing from the group to maybe generate like ball movement that you're intending to generate throughout 40 minutes?
Yeah, I think when you look at the first, second, third, fourth quarter, you want to definitely get your best players of basketball down the stretch. But sometimes some things get stagnant in player movement away from the ball. So we looked at a lot of those things. Everybody looks at the analytics and the numbers. First, second, third, fourth. Your assists go down considerably, right? But it was good to see. We talked about it. And some of the things that I got to do a much better job putting them in those situations as well.
Talk about that balance of wanting your players to be aggressive. Paige talked about knowing she needs to be more aggressive and wanting to draw things up for your players versus wanting to have that even flow offense.
Right.
How does that kind of all come together?
It's got to have a good balance between freedom, right, and running something every time down the floor, especially when you have someone like her.
Are there any keys that you're looking for, like in pick and roll coverages from the team in the next game?
Yeah, we just need to talk about where our tags are going to come from in our rotations, and with a filled corner, with an isolated corner, with a step up with three guys on one side of the floor. And we drilled that a lot today before you guys came in. We've been here a long time today.
How does that communication aspect work, especially in that pick and roll defense? Again, you have so many people.
Early, but we got to react, especially whoever's guarding the furthest guy away from the basket, to help outside the lane.
I noticed from the bench, Alicia Clark was vocal, helping call things out throughout the game, last game. Just how important are those veterans during the flow of the game, even when they're not on the floor?
A lot. Very important in the film room, and locker room, and practice as well.
What's kind of the biggest thing that you want to see as you play another really young team in the Mystics on Monday?
Yeah, I mean, it's like you look at, you're sitting at 1-2 in the two winnable games, and everything's magnified at the end. But if we do things in possession 7, 12, that's what we talked about. A lot of times we got stops, and then we'd come down and turn it over, or took a shot without rebound coverage. So what we want to see, we're definitely, our bigs are going to get tested inside. We got to rebound together. That's going to be big with Shakira and Kiki, and Sonia's super. But tomorrow we'll start talking about Washington. Easy.